Every ancient technology that was way ahead of its time, the inventiveness and technological prowess of ancient civilizations frequently exceeded the state of knowledge at the time. These inventions, which range from complex mechanical devices to sophisticated materials, set the stage for a great deal of contemporary progress. In this video, we will explore 7 ancient technologies that were astonishingly ahead of their time, showcasing the ingenuity and sophistication of our ancestors. Number 7. Antikythera mechanism. Since its discovery in 1901 from a shipwreck off the shore of the Greek island Antikythera, the Antikythera mechanism has piqued the interest of historians and scientists. This antiquated apparatus, which is thought to be the earliest analog computer ever discovered, was created to forecast eclipses and astronomical locations for astrological and calendrical reasons. It dates to approximately 100 BCE. The mechanism is composed of more than 30 finely machined bronze gears, all contained in a hardwood case that has the appearance of a contemporary clock. Because of the intricate arrangement of the gears, it is possible to precisely simulate the motions of the Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, and the 5 planets that were known at the time. Its differential gear, which takes into account the Moon's orbital shifting speeds, is particularly noteworthy as it enables very accurate lunar phase prediction. Inscriptions on the apparatus also give directions on how to use it for different astronomical computations. This unparalleled level of comprehension in astronomy and mechanics would not be seen again until the Renaissance in Europe, which occurred more than a millennium later. In addition to demonstrating the intellectual prowess of classical Greece, the Antikythera mechanism poses interesting queries regarding the possible uses of this technology in agriculture, philosophy, and navigation. Number 6. Greek fire. Greek fire was an incendiary weapon created in the 7th century CE by the Byzantine Empire. It was most effectively employed in maritime combat against invading forces. Its precise makeup is still up for contention among historians and chemists today, and it is one of history's most closely kept mysteries. It is thought to have been made of a combination of materials that spontaneously ignited when they came into touch with water, including quicklime, sulfur, and naphtha, a flammable liquid hydrocarbon mixture. Greek fire's special ability to be expelled from ships using tubes or siphons to generate a blazing torrent that engulfed enemy vessels made it especially dangerous in naval confrontations. Greek fire had a profound psychological effect on opponents since, once lit, they had no practical way to put it out. According to historical accounts, Byzantine ships would detonate this weapon against opposing fleets, wreaking havoc and ruin on the sea. Greek fire's potency contributed significantly to a number of significant Byzantine triumphs, enabling them to hold onto their lands even when Arab armies invaded. Enemies made great efforts to duplicate it, but the exact recipe for Greek fire was never revealed and was finally lost to history. This enigma highlights not just its scientific brilliance but also its importance in influencing military strategy under the Byzantine Empire, lending an air of mystique to its legacy. Number 5. Archimedes' screw. Around 250 BCE, Archimedes of Syracuse is credited with the brilliant invention known as the Archimedes screw. Its purpose was to raise water from lower to higher elevations, an essential duty for irrigation and drainage in prehistoric agricultural cultures. The apparatus is made up of a cylindrical tube with a helical screw inside of it. The screw rotates, usually with the help of a man or an animal, to collect water from below and move it upward along its spiral route. The design is extremely effective. It maximizes water circulation while minimizing energy waste with each revolution of the screw, which transfers water into the next segment of the helical groove. Farmers could now effectively transfer water from rivers or lakes to fields that would normally be impossible to irrigate because of elevation variations or distance from water sources, revolutionizing irrigation operations. This simple yet effective technology changed irrigation practices. The Archimedes screw is a prime example of advanced engineering principles. Its capacity to lift substantial amounts of water with little effort shows that it had significantly more advanced understanding of fluid dynamics and mechanical advantage than was typical at the time. Its ongoing value and relevance are demonstrated by the fact that variations of this device have survived throughout history and are still used in contemporary irrigation systems, waste management procedures, and even the production of hydroelectric power. Number 4. Lycurgus cup. The Lycurgus cup is a magnificent 4th century CE Roman glass chalice that is well known for its amazing optical qualities or dichroism, an effect where the color varies depending on the illumination source. The cup appears green when light is shining through it from the back, but it turns crimson when viewed in reflected light. The process of incorporating gold and silver nanoparticles into the glass matrix is responsible for this remarkable metamorphosis. It is worth noting that this grasp of materials science and optics predates the recent emergence of modern nanotechnology. The artistry and technical know-how that went into making this cup are evident in its detailed understanding of the microscopic interactions between various materials and light. This cup is thought to have had ceremonial functions or serve as a status symbol for wealth and elegance in upper-class Roman culture. The capacity of ancient craftspeople to work with materials at such a microscale suggests that they had access to complex procedures that would not be completely understood until much later in history, when advances in science made it possible to intentionally reproduce similar optical phenomena. Number 3. Baghdad Battery. The mysterious Baghdad Battery, which was found close to Baghdad, Iraq, is thought to have been created during the Parthian era. It is made out of a clay jar with an iron rod and copper cylinder inside of it. When the jar is filled with an acidic liquid, such vinegar or lemon juice, the metals in the electrolyte solution may electrochemically react to produce an electric current. Although there is insufficient proof to relate this gadget directly to any particular application, some researchers speculate that it may have been used for electroplating things or possibly therapeutic purposes. This item implies that ancient civilizations had some knowledge of electrochemical processes long before they were widely acknowledged in contemporary science during the Enlightenment era, assuming it is, as some experts have speculated, capable of producing electricity. This casts doubt on popular theories regarding the development of technology in antiquity and poses fascinating queries about whether other technological discoveries might have been forgotten or lost over time for lack of record-keeping or preservation. Number 2. Zhang Heng's seismoscope. One of the earliest known instruments made expressly to detect earthquakes is Zhang Heng's seismoscope, which marked a substantial improvement in geophysical observation at the time. This amazing device was created in the Han Dynasty in China circa 132 CE. It was a large bronze vessel with 8 dragon heads arranged around its rim. The balls that each dragon held in its mouth represented the cardinal directions. A pendulum within would swing in response to the vibrations of seismic waves when an earthquake happened, no matter how far away it was. This would release one of the balls into the mouth of the associated dragon, signifying the location and direction of the seismic waves. According to historical reports, this apparatus was capable of detecting earthquakes hundreds of kilometers distant, a remarkable feat of engineering for its time. In addition to demonstrating Zhang Heng's genius, his seismoscope also demonstrates the sophisticated understanding of natural events that existed in ancient China. His work established the groundwork for eventual advancements in seismology and disaster preparedness techniques. Number 1. Damascus steel. Known for its unusual surface patterns that mimic flowing water and its remarkable strength and sharpness in comparison to other metals available at the time, Damascus steel is a form of steel that was primarily used in medieval weaponry. This steel's history dates back to around 300 CE, when it was first produced in areas such as India and Syria. The process involved combining high-carbon steel with wood steel, which is made by heating iron with carbon-rich materials for prolonged periods of time under conditions that allow the metal to form distinctive crystalline structures. The resulting blades were highly valued for their practicality as well as their aesthetic appeal. They could be sharpened to razor-sharp edges while still retaining enough flexibility to withstand blows without breaking, which was an essential characteristic for swords used effectively in combat situations where resistance forces with less advanced weaponry than those available at the time valued durability. By the 18th century, the methods used to produce Damascus steel had been lost, but recent research using contemporary metallurgical techniques has revealed sophisticated knowledge about material properties, showcasing the extraordinary skills of ancient artisans. These findings continue to inspire blacksmiths working to replicate those historical methods while investigating new avenues in the field of metallurgy. Together, these technologies show how ancient civilizations were able to create amazing inventions that established the groundwork for later breakthroughs in a variety of sectors. Their inventiveness continues to arouse curiosity and admiration even today. If you liked our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.